What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another gameplay stream. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day today. Fantastic Tuesday. I hope it's a great start to the week. Today, like I said, we're jumping into some historic. A couple things I want to mention really quickly. First of all, the card hunt continues on Friday for Nicol Bolas Dragon God. If you would like to have a chance to win a free Nicol Bolas Dragon God, you can certainly do so. All you got to do, join us on Twitch at 1 p.m. Eastern. We're going to be opening up another box of War of the Spark, hopefully finding that Nicol Bolas and then giving it away. I really enjoy doing the card hunt. I think it's a really fun time, and it's a great way to get you guys involved a little bit and give something away. So if you want to be a part of that, make sure you join our Discord and join that stream. Like I said, we'll be giving that card away to one lucky individual in chat or something like that. So do stay tuned for that. Also, our Kaldheim giveaway is going on right now for a free bundle. We're going to be giving that away on February 8th. That's the Monday after Kaldheim actually releases. I believe it's that Friday that it comes out. So just stay tuned for that. The only thing you got to do to enter for that is follow us here on Twitch. That is it. We're going to pick somebody random from the followers list and give it away to that person. So just a heads up there, but without further ado, let's jump right in. So Rakdos Pyromancer is what we're starting with today. This is a deck that's kind of near and dear to my heart. It does a lot of things that I really like. It has one of my favorite cards, which is Young Pyromancer. If you don't know what this does, anytime you cast an instant or sorcery, you get a 1/1 elemental creature token. That's great because we've got quite a number of instants and sorceries, pretty much all, aside from Heartless Act, Bedevil, and then technically the second side of Fame here. Most of our stuff is only 1 mana, which means we can kind of double up and get some extra value for all those, and because they're 1 mana, they're very cheap and easy to play. We've got Cling to Dust to kind of exile stuff from the graveyard, as well as either gain some life or draw a card. We've got Thoughtseize to take some stuff from the hand. We've got Shock as a way to kind of deal with the opponent's stuff. Village Rites to hopefully draw some cards, and hopefully sacrificing these tokens in the process, so we're not necessarily sacrificing anything worthwhile. Like I said, Heartless Act is in here as well, and then Bedevil to essentially be able to remove some stuff on the opponent's side. Claim to Fame is really, really optimal in this deck for multiple reasons. Hey, Supplier, how's it going? Return target creature card with converted mana cost 2 or less from the graveyard to the battlefield. Most often, we get either a Young Pyromancer or maybe an Archfiend's Vessel, but there's a nice little loop that you can set up. If you've got Young Pyromancer out, Kroxa in the graveyard, you can claim the Kroxa, get it out. Because you played Claim, this triggers and gives you a 1/1. When this hits the field, the opponent has to discard a card, hopefully taking 3 life in the process. And you really get a lot of value for 1 mana, and that's essentially what this deck is all about, is adding tons and tons of value to very, very cheap spells. And it does that very well. Garrett, what's up, buddy? Archfiend's Vessel is here, obviously is kind of a big finisher for the deck if need be. It's not that great as a 1/1, but if you can bring it back with Claim, it's amazing, because it turns into a 5/5, which is pretty good. We also have Stitcher's Supplier here as a way to fill up the graveyard for this Kroxa. It's actually very easy to get Kroxa out on turn 4. So we're kind of we're really hoping to do that. Now, Dreadhorde Arcanist is here as well. This doesn't always work as well as you'd like it to. However, this does give you an option for replaying a lot of these instants and sorceries, and then hopefully, again, getting that value off of the Young Pyromancer. So really, really interesting deck here. As far as lands go, we're at 22. We're maxing out at 3 mana here. We don't need a lot, and really, most of everything is at 2, to be honest. So really, really fun. Yeah, Garrett, this is a very fun deck. We're going to see how good it is. I have been playtesting it. It's not been amazing, I will say, but it's been very fun. Hey, first time on stream, came through the giveaway, but I hope to stay. We certainly hope you do too, Omega. Thank you so much for being here. Really happy you're able to join us today, and if you'd like, we certainly do stream a decent amount, so pretty much every weekday, kind of around this time. It's usually my lunchtime stream. I took it to Diamond 2 during the M21 season. Garrett, that is amazing. This is an interesting hand. I'm going to keep it, but I don't like that we have double Fabled Passage. That's the one criticism I have of this deck, is that really there's a lot of instances where we just don't get the best land opener. I see a different version of Arcanist. Yeah, Arcanist is a very, very fun card, for sure. Okay, well, we're against rogues. which is frustrating, but honestly kind of helpful for us given that we get to pull out Kroxa hopefully pretty soon. As long as they don't exile our Dreadhorde, that's kind of the key. We're going to want to get rid of this Thieves Guild Enforcer pretty quick here, though. Whoops. Oh, no. Guys, I misclicked. All right, we're gonna. I'm quitting. I'm very much quitting. That was terrible. All right, we're jumping into a new one. Never saw it with Shock with traditional one. Got to Mythic the last day of the season. Nice, Omega. That's great. I know, Garrett. I'm rage quitting. I accidentally hit fail to find basically. So it's fine. It's fine. I was too busy talking. Let's jump into another one. That actually would have worked out okay, that hand, I think, given that we got that Dragonskull Summit. Garrett, don't even. Omega, we're playing best of one. We like to play best of one here. It's a little bit quicker, and since I don't necessarily stream for the longest amount of time, I'd like to make sure that we get a good bit of content in for you guys. Let's go ahead and do this, and we'll just Thoughtseize here. Oh, no. This is going to be awful, isn't it? I think we actually take Cleansing Nova. My own channel's tier 1 emote. Gotta use it somewhere. Hey, I like that, Garrett. That's awesome. Alright. Just go ahead and do this, and we'll play Young Pyromancer. Unfortunately, we're actually getting flooded here. That's a bit odd for a 22 land deck, but here we are. Worth noting, we could have taken that Explorer, but I don't think we needed to. Let's do this. Again, kind of flooding out here. But we do get to deck thin a little bit, which is great. Omega, unfortunately, we don't have the deck list posted for you. We do always post over to YouTube after the fact, and the deck list is in there. I think what I'd like to do is make sure that we get something set up for that. So, certainly apologize. We'll have that up very soon. All right. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's hope to thin out the deck a bit here. Oh no. How are we getting this many lands? We have 22. We could have played Castle Locthwain there and drawn a card, but I don't think it's worth it at this point. I'm a little worried about what they might have, but we can deck thin some more. Hey, Tapia, what's up, buddy? How are you doing? What is new with you today? Omega, I'm really happy you were able to join the stream, buddy. That's awesome. Alright, let's then get a red source here just to kind of even stuff out a little bit. Alright, if we draw a land again. Silent Ascendant, what is up, my friend? Welcome, welcome. Super happy to have you here. Alright. Thoughtseize. Well, it's a card. Doing good, currently working. Tapia, you are a working machine, my friend. Alright. We're hitting absolutely very little, but that's okay. Let's see what we can do. I mean, we just take Settle, I think. And here we will play this and potentially draw, we'll see. Bant, huh? Still have a week before my classes start, so I'm taking it super easy. Garrett, I am with you, dude. Do you have a full-time workload this time, or are you doing part-time student work? I hated going to school. It's my least favorite thing in the world. Really not good, guys. We are just not getting there. All right. Look at all of these lands we have drawn in a 22 land deck. On hold with AT, I've called 3 different numbers already. Oh, God. That's terrible. Are you more of a YouTuber than a streamer, Omega? That is an excellent question. We definitely started over on YouTube, and we have some YouTube-specific content. So I would say that's definitely, like, in the past been our priority. But over the last few months, we've kind of transitioned over to Twitch, just to give ourselves a little bit more, you know, lucrative kind of way to do things, because I think we've missed the boat on streaming a little bit. So this is kind of nice for us. We've kind of gotten back and forth going. So nowadays, I would say it's relatively even with a slight push more towards YouTube for sure, but overall it's basically the same. Ignore the spam in the chat. We'll take the opportunity to play this tapped, and we can claim here actually. And this is kind of fun because you just get to claim Kroxa, make them discard a card, and here we actually can just get rid of their hand if we want to. All right, and we're gonna do it again. And again, this is the fun part where you really, for 1 mana, you get to play a Kroxa, you get to get a 1/1, and just get stuff out of it. So, very, very fun. Obviously not a good time to play these, so I'm not going to since they fogged. I hate when that happens. Oh yeah, just to add something interesting to the stream. You recently found out you're colorblind? Seriously? That's interesting. I had no idea. Garrett, that is really interesting. Alright, I'm just gonna, yeah. Hype in the chat, everybody. We did it. We got there. First game, a success. Garrett, I'm calling on you today, buddy. I'm gonna ask you to try and keep a record of our wins here. I think it was Rakdos. You were playing Jund all the time thinking it was Rakdos? You thought I was playing Jund, Omega? This is Rakdos, that's for sure. Garrett, yeah, keep a record of our wins here. So after each game, if you don't mind, if you're gonna be here for a bit, colorblind dodges. Oh god, Omega, I just got it. I'm sorry. That was great. Garrett, if you wouldn't mind, just update the score. That's awesome. Update the score after each one and we'll be in amazing shape. So far, 1-0. Look at you go. Alright, let's go ahead and do this. Play Archfiend's Vessel. Really like this hand, actually. It's a little bit, like, I would have rather had, like, a Thoughtseize on turn 1. But not going to complain, obviously. Alright. I'm going to just play out another Archfiend's Vessel here. I kind of want to leave the Pyromancer back until we've got something with it, but again, we're going to get flooded, aren't we? Let's see what happens if we attack in. Oops. Alright, we'll play it now. Could have played it last turn and been way more efficient, so I regret that a little bit. Given that we could have used 2 mana last turn, played 1 mana Archfiend's Vessel this turn, and then had Heartless Act up. So, in hindsight, that was a bad play. But hey, we did it anyway. Hype in the chat again. Wow. Alright. Sweet. 2-0. That's unexpected. Feeling good with this deck, though. I really like this one. Like I've said, Pyromancer is really a good, a personal favorite of mine. How many vessels in the deck? I believe it's, I'd have to double check, but I believe it's 3 or 4. It's definitely, like, no less than 3. I think it's actually the full 4, if I'm not mistaken. To be clear, I pulled this list. I did not create it. I did fine-tune a little bit, because I did find a lot of different, you know, kind of options there. We're gonna get rid of this Extinction. Not wanting to get our stuff exiled, that is for sure. Let's Dreadhorde Arcanist here. So what's nice with this is we can attack in and then hopefully hit with Thoughtseize again and pull out, you know, Casualties of War or some other big spell if they've got something. Alright. Oh man. No, that's fine. Let's cling. Get rid of this, which does draw us a card here, which is nice. And then we just get to attack in here. And cling again. There we go. Draw another card. Again, adding value to all of these little, like, 1 mana spells is the name of the game with this deck. And so if we can do that,
generally, not always, but generally we can find ourselves in a decent position. The problem here is if they do have an extinction event, they hit for even and we're just dead. Not dead, but like pretty dead. Okay. And now, of course, they will have Casualties of War. Kind of the nice thing about that, Casualties of War really doesn't hurt us as bad as a lot of other things could. So I'm not terribly upset about that. Let's see, do you think the best of one version could be Grixis with Seagate Stormcaller? Not a bad call. I'm really not sure. That would be something to explore, though, for sure. That could be really fun. Good question, Omega. We can certainly play with it. Omega, if you're not already in our Discord, there is a link down below. Feel free to jump in. We'd certainly appreciate it, and you can, if you've got a deck list or anything like that, you can certainly share it. We've got a channel set up for it. Bose Spark. Hey, what's up? I'm new here. I started playing Magic in August, and I really like it. My cousins and I have played in a couple tournaments, and then we played tabletop rules as well. So how's it going? Spark, it is going super well. Thank you so much for joining us on stream. I really hope you enjoy it. And it's a pleasure to have you in our little community. That is awesome that you guys play in some tournaments and play tabletop as well. That's great. That is really, really cool. Are you new here due to the giveaway, or did you just kind of stumble upon us either way? That's awesome, but we're certainly happy to have you. All right, the opponent timing out. No problem, Omega. We certainly appreciate having you in our Discord. We've got a really, I say this every once in a while, I haven't really boasted about our community lately, but I just want to say we've got a really awesome community, like just super positive overall. And so welcoming new people to it is just a great part of it, and we certainly appreciate that. So feel free. Again, that link's down below. All right, so they can Casualties of War. They're just trying to run the clock down and piss us off because they're not really doing anything. Okay. Let's Thoughtseize. Get that Casualties out of there. Ah, the Salt Rope. Yeah, that's exactly what this is. Sure, let's Thoughtseize again. I guess you take that because of the castle. By looking up Magic streamers on here, I'm definitely going to join the Discord. Please do, Spark. We'd really appreciate it. Let's get some more hype in the chat. We did get there. And Garrett, if you'll update the score, I believe we're at 3-0. Very nice so far. Doing all right with this one. Thank you, Garrett. Look at that, coming in clutch. I'm really liking this deck. Tapia, thank you so much for the hype. Really appreciate it, buddy. Okay. Ooh, this is a bit of an odd one. Let's try it. It's a bit of a slow start. Like, 100% not the best. Mostly because we are going to be stuck with this Fabled Passage on turn 1 here. But, worse things have happened. If this is the kind of deck that dumps their hand really quick, we might be able to Kroxa for something really good here. Oh. Interesting. Alright. We're gonna get a black source here. Before the next match, can you possibly show the deck so I can print it on screen? Oh, sure. Hey, before the next one, I got you. I'm gonna Kroxa here. Let's see what they discard. Johnny. Interesting. Okay, so at some point we're going to try and just shock this Reese. This is kind of a problem card overall for us, but we should be able to keep up with the tokens, to be honest. I'm just a little worried that they're going to have, you know, anthem effects, things like that to kind of boast up all of their creatures. Which is whatever. If we get a land of, well, really any color, we can do some cool stuff here, but ideally we'd want like a red source so we can play Pyromancer Shock. This is a weird one. You don't see the Discord link? Let's see. Garrett, are you in the Discord that you can pull a link? Or if you go to our website here, let me do this. Oops.
go to our website. There's one there as well. All right, let's do this. All right, which is the more problem one here? I think it's the Reef. I mean, both of them are not great, but we'll see. Awesome. Thanks, Spark. We really appreciate it, and certainly welcome you into the community. We really appreciate you being there. All right, let's see what happens. Sure. I am gonna block here. Let's get this out of there. If they've got something to do some shenanigans, that's fine. Top right of the website, by the way, is where we have all of those links and things like that. Just as a heads up to you. Alright, let's get black. Let's Thoughtseize first. This should be a pretty awesome turn for us here. Wow, they just have tons of raise the alarms. Okay. Take Kroxa. Winota. It very well could be Winota Omega. Though we're not seeing red at this point. I don't know. I think this is just kind of a silly token deck, but hey, it could be anything. We don't know. Gonna play this out here. All too happy to block with it. And let's see what happens. We could have kind of gotten cheeky with this and just played this out and held up the claim, but I'd rather empty their hand so that way they're in top deck mode, since we can kind of take better advantage of that than they can. Alright, so we do lose the Fame here, but I think it's worth it to go ahead and get Kroxa down. It is just a big bad boy that they're going to have a hard time dealing with. Great. Okay. I'm going to attack with this. If they block it, that's fine. I don't know that they'll want to kill it, which is why I'm attacking with it, but even if they do, it's cool. I don't really care. It's a bit of an aggressive line, but okay, great. What that does for us is it means a claim is a very, very, very live draw, and so that's great. Spark, you're in the Discord. I've seen the Twitter and followed you there as well. Spark, thank you so much, buddy. That's awesome. I really appreciate it. Weird that they played this out. I'd kind of just not, but hey. Yeah, Omega, this is a weird one. Let's hold up this Bedevil just to see. They try and block in some weird way. They're taking 6. Okay. I'm holding up for this Life Crafter. If they just have like some weird, I have no idea, some weird thing. I just want to make sure that we've got everything taken care of here. This is a strange deck. Yeah, I would have held on to the Ornithopter so they could just leave it up. Why? What in the world? Guys, I'm really confused. Oh, I see. I should have, should have killed that in response. That was a mistake. But it is what it is. They can't technically activate it now unless they draw a land, so it's fine. Bad at building decks in real life. I have 2 decks that we bought and upgraded. I'll just hold on to that. One is Chandra-based red deck and Commander blue-black deck. Very nice. That's awesome. Okay. I'll play this tapped. We're not really holding on to anything that we can bluff. I mean, anything we can play, we're gonna play, if that makes sense. That does help them eventually play or activate the Life Crafter here, but they don't get to this turn. So, what do they? Do they just? It's a weird deck. I don't like this deck. Oh man, we're flooding. We're flooding badly. I've been playing the game since it first came out. Hold on one second. Cousin's been playing the game since it first came out. He's been wanting me to play for ages, and I finally said I would. It's addicting. I'll post some of my pulls into Discord later. Please do, Spark. That'd be great. It is a very addicting game. That is a very apt way of describing it. If we lose to this deck, it's my misplay. This Life Crafter definitely should have killed it. That was a huge mistake. When they tapped the first Mox Amber and started to play the second, that's when we should have killed the Life Crafter. My complete bad on that one, but I'm just trying to get rid of some creatures here, so this all of a sudden is less exciting. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They can play it for 6, which, you know, is fine. Yep. Village Rites. Well, that's much better. All right. Do you play since Arena, or are you on an older player? I'm an older player. I've been playing since 7th edition. I think it's 7th edition. Yeah, I've been playing a while. And I love the game, so. Luckily, the Village Rites pays for itself, and it's a sweet 3 for 1. That's the idea. Yeah, this can get a little rough, that's for sure. Alright, we're gonna sack one of these guys. We're gonna let this kill this, just so we don't have to worry about it. Oh, perfect. Now we can kill it. There we go. That's what we needed. Can't quite play that yet. Actually, we can Thoughtseize for nothing. And then play Kroxa. Alright, now they really need to get something. Yeah, Omega, I think this is GG. We could have won a lot sooner had I not screwed up, but I think we're here. Or he buys a... Yeah, if he rips a removal piece, that's fine. Because eventually we just get to play this. Alright, we got there. 4-0. Guys, we're doing pretty well. Despite a misplay on my end, which was pretty substantial in that game, I have no clue what that deck was. That was a really, really, really weird deck. So, don't have high hopes for that person, but that's fine. Yeah, Omega, I agree. Thanks for the hype, Tapia. Really appreciate it. Guys, just as a heads up, by the way, because we do have a few new people here, as a general rule of thumb, if anyone would like to subscribe, we do have a couple of packs here to open. We open those as a thank you for anybody that subscribes, so if you decide to, we'll open that up. We'll kind of pause the game. Oh, speaking of pausing the game, I totally forgot to show you the deck. Tapia, thank you so much, buddy. Good luck at work today. Remind me, Omega, after this one, we'll jump back to the deck list. But, yeah, if anybody does want to subscribe, we'd certainly appreciate it. Please don't feel like you have to, but it does obviously mean a lot to us. And it's a great way to support us. So, just as a general rule of thumb. We'll attack for 1. I think we just play Pyromancer here. I think Sultai is the worst matchup for this. Yeah, Sultai is going to be a bit rough, I think, most of the time. If we can get an aggressive Thoughtseize kind of thing, I think we're generally okay. But overall, that's a really rough matchup for sure. Kroxa, huh? Yeah, I'm going to play Kroxa. Get a card out of hand here. Hydroid Crisis. Okay. What 2-mana spell do we want to bring back? Should we just do Kroxa? Nissa incoming, that's kind of my thought as well. Let's take Kroxa. This may be incorrect. We could have done Young Pyromancer there, but we'll see. Sphinx's Rev. Okay. Might just be a general Bant control list. Good call, Omega. We've got Bedevil to deal with it. So as annoying as that is, it's not the end of the world. Just gonna go ahead and pull the trigger on that. We don't really want them to have a lot of Nissa action going on. We might lose this one though. Always like turn 5 Nissa and people with 8 Nissas, I swear. Yeah. Also as a general, or just as a, if anybody would like to, there is a link there that pops up every once in a while in chat. That's just a little thing. If you would like to help us, you certainly can. That's a great way to do it. We have got a shop that is open to all of you guys. So if anyone wants to pick anything up, that's a great place to do it. Okay, go away, go away. I want to get the devil. We'll probably just hit that. Okay. I'm playing Kroxa to get a card out of hand and have a blocker up for this. We'll see if it works. I think it's just the most high value play we can do. Oh, they've got Uro. Okay, well. Uro incoming, most likely. Interesting. Okay. Luckily we do have the cling. At some point we can kind of get him on that. Do you have claim of the firstborn? No, we do not. Actually don't care about the counter spell as much. Alright, so now we get to do this. Discard that from hand. I'm gonna remove 3 from this actually. If they want to block with this, that's fine. If they eat this, it is what it is. If they don't eat this, probably could have just killed this, but either way, that's fine. I don't know why I did that. Hey Alex, how you doing, buddy? Posted some of my oh nice, Spark, that's awesome. I'll look in the Bling channel and see what you got. That's really cool. I'm gonna lurk right now and watch you play. Appreciate it, Spark. Thank you so much for being here, dude. I really appreciate it. An Arcanist. Okay. We can do this. Probably not, but we're gonna try. Built that Oops All Spells list for you, may change it a tad. Yeah, I actually, so Alex, I was gonna tell you, I did try that list. Gotta be honest, didn't really work very well. I also remembered, I did play No Land Citadel, not all that long ago, that was decent. And so if anybody does want to see kind of an Oops All Spells list, there is one out there. It's an interesting list, that's for sure. Okay. I may shock this Narset. Couldn't imagine it being good. Yeah, Alex, it's tough when you got no lanes. Yeah, let's go ahead and shock here. Historic got a lot going for it. Yeah, but it's, yeah. No, I'm with you. Village Rites Kroxa. The reason I did that is so we can play it again. So I know we could not draw a card off of it for the record. That wasn't imagine if we shocked them, we would have won. I also didn't want them to have Sphinx Hero in hand. I don't think we got this, Omega, but we're gonna do the best we can. We have to draw something pretty good here. Yep. We've also used most of our good removal since we've only got like 2 pieces of it. We're trying to win fast. I mean, we know that. So. Depending on what we draw, we're about to concede, which might be our first loss, or is our first loss, excuse me. But that's okay. I still really like this deck, I'll be honest. This has been a really fun one. I was kind of surprised. As much as I enjoy a lot of the cards in this list, oh man, I didn't think super highly of it, just given that, oh yeah, we can't. All right, well, concede. Just given that it's really good in the early game. It doesn't seem to be all that great once you get to the mid to late, obviously, because if they've dealt with your stuff, you just have nothing going for it. It's based on that synergy, and if you don't have it, it's just kind of done. Thanks, Garrett, for the update. Really quick for Omega out there, if you would like, here's the deck list. You can clip or screenshot or do whatever you want to do. All right, let's jump back in. Gonna play a few more here. We are coming up on, 40 minutes-ish. Thanks, Omega. And so we're gonna play for just under an hour, probably. And like I said, if anybody wants to rewatch this for whatever reason, or hopefully you guys are already there, but if you're not already on our YouTube, please go check the YouTube out as well. Obviously, that's where a lot of our content ends up at some point, so feel free to check that one out. Yeah, I mean, we keep this. We play Archfiend's Vessel. Follow-up, we'll kind of see what they do, but which card are you most excited for in Kaldheim? Spark, that is an excellent question. And it's one that I don't have an answer to, I'll be honest. There's a lot, I will say, a tremendous number of really amazing looking cards so far, in my opinion. I also am kind of a sucker for Norse mythology, so I find that very interesting. But I don't know. There's a lot of interesting stuff in there. We'll have to see how things go. I am actually going to play this out. I could shock this, but I'm not going to worry about it yet. I'm kind of happy to block with this, so that's kind of the idea here. And if they want to burn a removal spell on it, great. It's one less removal spell we got to worry about. The dual side Rakdos Creature Planeswalker seems awesome. Which one is that? What's the name of that card? Alex, are you still in here? You probably know. There's a lot of cool stuff in the set, for sure. I actually think it's just this. Tibalt? Is that Tibalt? Get rid of this while we can. That way Anax doesn't do anything. And then we can Heartless Act it if we'd like. Oh. Well, kind of made that play a lot easier. Now we just have shock backup. A little worried about what they could have here. If they attack, we're not going to block. Okay. Yeah, definitely not going to block. Or, actually, let's try something. What the dual side Halvar God of Battle Storm bronze cards maybe. Yeah, Spark is a very cool. Alright. We're gonna Arcanist. We have hope. You could snatch an Uro or Kroxa and swing looks really good. Yeah, Omega. Let's see what they do here. I mean, these can't block. If they just have like an Ember Cleave, that's frustrating, but not the end of the world. I would very much like to get in with this Dreadhorde Arcanist because then we can play some stuff. Okay, oh, that's fine. The Sultai Snow artifact, yeah. We'll see. Okay. That's fine. Would really like a land here, actually. A land would do wonders. If we can get a land, we can play Dreadhorde Arcanist, Fame the Dreadhorde Arcanist, and then play like a Shock or something like that. I'm gonna block here and probably get hit with an instant. What I miss, Alex, not much. We did lose one game, but we're up against a mono red list and actually not doing terribly here. Could certainly be doing better, but we're not dead by any means. Alright, so here we get to do this, we get to do this. They have some cool looking lands as well, some nice ones. How dare you lose? Yeah, no, right? I never lose. Can't believe you. Alex, don't be so mean. Alright. We attack with everything. We're gonna shock the crap out of this little guy. Just to get it out of there. Okay. That's fine. Hit for 5, and they're top decking. I mean, they do have Ramanap Ruins here to deal some damage to us, but that's all their mana to do 2 damage. Doesn't seem great. Okay, well, that does make things a lot harder. So we can do that, in which case we're just dead, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we can deal 7 to them with Shock. The other option is to wait for them to attack and see what they do with Foretell on Arena. Yeah. No, that seems bad. I'm gonna hold off. We'll see what they do. I think we're dead here. How many lands do they have? 5. So they have just enough to activate this once, which, if we target this with anything, kills us. So, well, we're dead anyway. See what they do. Yeah, we're dead. They just next turn get to Ramanap Ruins us, so. Alright, let's go out on our own terms. Did it. Alright. I'm thinking one more game, everybody. We're gonna do one more. Unfortunately, that is our second loss, which puts us, I believe, at 4-2, if I'm not mistaken. Garrett, correct me if I'm wrong. But, you know, overall, still pretty happy with it. Let's do one more. Let's see where we end up. If it goes fast, we'll get a second one in as well. But we are coming up to time here. We're 45 minutes right now. Just want to say a huge thank you to everybody for hanging out. Appreciate the new people here. Omega, Spark, great to see you guys. Thank you so much. Certainly appreciate you being a part of this. And thank you, Garrett. And we'll see how things go. This is not a great starting hand with these lands, but we're gonna try it. And I'm just gonna start with this because obviously that makes these things the play. Oh, great. Dinosaurs. It will not be the last time. Omega. That's awesome. I really appreciate it, buddy. Thank you so much for being here. Alright, let's Thoughtseize first. Get rid of some stuff. Ooh, I don't like any of these. like any of those cards, but I think that's kind of the best we can do. They do get to play the ranging Rakdos this turn, which is, you know, Kroxa. I think we just play Kroxa. We can get rid of it. I'm assuming they're either going to get rid of the Savage Stomp or Forerunners. It's not going to be the Itali, I would imagine. Wow, it was the Itali. Okay, well, I guess they can pull. That's interesting. Okay. Need to buy a couple Runaway Steamkins. Yeah, Spark, they're great for mono red. They're really good. Polyraptor. Play this, flame, get rid of Savage Stomp. And then next turn we can Dreadhorde and then to do some stuff again. Doesn't seem amazing, but it's a play. Yeah, I like watching you play as well. Thank you so much, Spark. I appreciate it. We try and have a fun time here. Yep. Maybe the Forerunner was the pick, honestly. What did we take? The Regisaur Alpha? I don't know. Honestly, all these are really bad for us. This Dino deck is frustrating for obvious reasons. Alright, let's do this. Why not? Screw it. We're dead anyway. I'm gonna play a shock. I don't know what we're gonna shock. I guess just this. We're dead. We don't have a way to deal with these big creatures, unfortunately. So, yep, that's fine. It'd be great to get Kroxa down, but I really don't think that even helps us at this point. Like, they just kind of win. I didn't play great here, but I think there's very little that we could have honestly done. Yep. Do you ever organize tournaments or participate within the Discord or so? Omega, we do something on the channel called the JDC, which is the Jank Deck competition. Alex can attest to how fun that is, actually, but he's in it. We essentially kind of run, like, for other YouTubers and stuff like that, we kind of put a little, I think we've got 6 people for the next season. And we have weekly themes and people draft cards that they want to play, and like just general anybody can play or be a part of it if they would like to by submitting cards to us and that kind of stuff. So it's a really fun time. And unfortunately we had to postpone the season 4 release, but that will be coming at some point soon. Yeah, you can check out season 3. Season 3 is all up on the YouTube channel for our games at least. So all of that's up there for you if you're interested. Can I concede yet? We're dead, right? 6. Like, technically not, but we're also dead. Yeah. Could get 1. Yeah, maybe. We like kind of have to. Oh, shit. Great. Yeah, Spark and Omega, it is really fun. We have a really good time on that series. Alright, we're doing it again. We're going out. Actually, how do we want to go out? Let's play it. Let him kill this. That's great. Alright, now we're gonna Thoughtseize. Alright. Guys, I really do appreciate everybody. Wait, came to my mind, why no Lurrus as companion? Good question, actually. The list that I ran didn't have it, but I guess we technically could have. I don't... The Lurrus comes in handy occasionally, so that might be a good idea to check that out. Thank you, Garrett, for the final score. Omega and Spark, thank you guys so much for joining us today. Really do appreciate it. Thank you to everybody for being a part of this stream. We really appreciate the support and hanging out, spending some time with us. We will be back hopefully tomorrow for that 1 p.m. roughly stream. No problem, Omega. Also, just a heads up to everybody in here, if anybody wants to participate in the card hunt, we're looking for Nicol Bolas Dragon God. We are going to be doing that on Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern. We're going to be opening up a box of War of the Spark. When we get that Nicol Bolas, whether that's on that stream or any of the future streams, we're going to give it away to somebody in chat. So make sure that you are there so you can get your, hopefully, free Nicol Bolas. Thank you, Garrett. Really appreciate it. Thank you, Alex and Omega. Thank you guys so much. Spark, great to see you guys. I will see you hopefully tomorrow for another gameplay stream. I'll talk to you guys then.